Hi guys, welcome back for one more episode. I hope you guys are doing well, and if you're new, welcome. So, Carla's podcast is a podcast which involves self-improvement, growth, physical and mental health, and will help you to reach your full potential. You guys, today we'll be talking about why does fear hold us back. You guys, if you see, if you notice that the audio is better, it's because when I was recording the episodes, the latest episodes, I didn't turn on the microphone. So it went just, I was just recording, and I said, no, I'm just gonna, publish this anyway. So let's go. Why is fear holding us back of trying something different or just trying something new? Fear holds us back of trying something different or new because fear of failure is one of them. We worry that we may not succeed, and this potential failure makes us hesitate to even try. That is so true because it is people, they don't even try and they always say, like, I can't do this. Like, you didn't even try, girl. You can't do this. If you put in your mind that you want to do something, then you will do it, you know? Fear of the unknown. Not knowing what to expect can be scary, so we stick to what we were familiar with, know feels safe. Fear of rejection. Oh my gosh, this fear of rejecting is so often and is so common that people really struggle with this. So fear of rejection. Oh my gosh. We fear that others may not accept or approve of our new endeavors, which can make us avoid taking risks. Yes, and while you're not taking risk, you will lose so many opportunities. Fear of rejection, that is why people, they really, when they're in a group that they don't match in, and they're very different in this group, so they try to be something else. They try to be like them to fit in because they're afraid of rejection. But let me tell you, be who you are, be your authentic self. Like, be, if you are in some way that people probably judge you, or if they call you like, oh my gosh, she's weird. Okay, then let me be weird. You don't need to fit in. You really don't need to fit in a group just because of like being afraid of rejection. It is people who think you're pretty, it's people who think you're ugly, it is people who think you're nice, it's people who think you're mean, you know. So everyone has their own opinion, so you can't let people define you by their behaviors, because rejection is very common. And I've been going through rejection, but I really don't care if someone reject me. The problem is not me. The problem is them. But sometimes the problem can be you if you didn't notice. Okay, go listen to my other podcast, which is called, no podcast, other episode, which is called Maybe You're the Problem. But sometimes the people are the problem, and you still like there and feeling guilty about it. Rejection is very common, you guys. So don't go down, like don't put yourself down because of someone rejected you. Because you know your value and you know that you're better at them. You're better than them. Comfort zone. We're used to our routines and stepping out of our comfort zone feel uncomfortable and risky. Oh my gosh, I've been this girl. My mom, it was 2 days ago. I told her, Mom, I want to run, I want to take a walk in the mornings, like 40 minutes. And then my mom, she woke up 5 a.m. She always wake up like 6 a.m., 5 a.m., even though she don't, like, it was on like a Saturday. She didn't need to wake up that early, but she woke up me. Like, she was like, Gret, Gret. And I was like, what, Mom? Like, I'm sleeping. Not right now. She goes like, what? You said that you wanted to run. And I said, what? No, we can run like, I don't know, 5 p.m. I don't know, no, now. I mean, like, very tired. And she goes like, no, we're gonna run now, like now. And then I go ready and all that, and we did walk in like 44 minutes, no, 57 minutes. And I did, like, I don't know my count of steps because it is very weird. Sometimes my phone just, I don't know, it is, but I needed to get out of my comfort zone to know that I'm a walker, that I really like to walk and run. I didn't know that. So I needed to go on my comfort zone. It's the same thing. I didn't know that I like it to read book. As a child, I read too many books, but I didn't know that it will be my hobby to read books. I finished a book. I finished this book in 2 days. I don't know what is the call. Wait. Oh, the little skincare guide, the little book of skincare guide. I think it is called so. I don't know. I maybe I will put in my description in this episode. But I needed to get out of my comfort zone to start liking reading, to experience new things. And the last one is past experience. If we've had bad experiences before, they can make us fearful of trying again. If you had a bad experience of like something that you tried and it was like it not trauma but like it made you like think, it could be like very difficult for you to try new things. So that is why I always think like forget the past, live in it present, because even if you think of the past, if something that happened, and you still think about it and you still think, oh, I should have done that, I should have done that, it will not happen anymore because it is gone. It is past. You can't change your past, but you can change your future, So focus on the present. Focus on the present, what you're doing now, so you can like, don't focus on the past because it will just make you like overthink and that is not good for you. So that is why these fears can keep us from exploring new opportunities and growing as individuals. That is why you really need to stop doing those things. How can fear impact us? How can fear impact us? Fear can have significant impact on both our minds and bodies. Here is some simple explanation, you guys. I wrote this on my note because I just feel it is some of the things that, I've been struggling with. Not I've been struggling now, but like in the past. So I thought that it was a good one. Physical reaction. When we are afraid, our bodies go into fight or flight mode. This can cause our heart to beat faster, our muscle to tense up, and our breath to quicken. It's our body It's our body's way of preparing to deal with a threat. It is so common, you guys. I usually, my physical reaction, it usually just be paralyzed and just stand there and just be like holding my breath because I just don't know what to do in this thing. But anyways, emotional response. Fear can make us feel anxious, stressed, or panicked. It can also make us feel a strong desire to escape from whatever is causing the fear. It is very like, this one is very common because people, they have this tendency to like just, go away, just don't think about it. But at the end of the day, you need to stay calm in a very dangerous situation. Behavioral changes. Fear can influence how we act. We might avoid certain places, people, or activities that we associate with the fear. This can limit our experience and opportunities. So true. You guys, I am afraid of ocean, but I feel like I love ocean, but I'm afraid of like swimming in the ocean, like in the middle of ocean without seeing like anything. Because I'm afraid of sharks. I'm afraid. I'm a little girl, But it is girl who love to swim in the ocean. But me personally, I'm very afraid of ocean. But I love ocean. You guys maybe will not get me. Like I'm afraid of ocean, but I love ocean. But what I mean is, I love the nature in the ocean. It's just something so beautiful, you guys. I really need to like try new things. I really need to try swimming in the ocean. But however, And so I have claustrophobia. So sometimes I've tried and it's just been a bad experience. Like I start to panic, and even when I'm sitting in the pool, and if I'm like, I don't know how to explain, but it's like very, it just make me panic when I'm a very like in a place that I know that I cannot reach my foot with. I just be very bad. I can't swim, but it's more in the ocean, you know. The last one, cognitive effects. Fear can affect our thinking. It might make it harder to concentrate, make decision, or remember. That is why so much people who they have been going through a trauma and they don't remember it. You just say, what? What do you mean you don't remember it? Like, I've been going through my situation with my best friend, and sometimes I don't remember some certain things that she told me. Do you remember when we gone through this? And I was like, what? No, I don't remember. Making decision is like very hard in those situations because you never know. Like, we'll say that a wild animal is in front of you, and then you have a gun, but you feel like you don't want to kill the wild animal, because it is so like it is not good. So you just stay there and like you don't know what decision to make, if you kill the animal or if you run away. Most of people, they will probably kill the animal because like what they don't want to. How can how can I overcome fear? Overcoming fear can be challenging, but possible with the simple steps. Recognizing your fear, understanding what you're afraid of and why is it bothering you. Naming your fear can make it feel more manageable. If you see a wild animal and you need to know why is the wild animal bothering you? If it is because it is a very dangerous wild animal, or if it is because you're scared of what the animal can do to you, you know? Face your fear. Gradually expose yourself to what scares you in the small steps. This helps build confidence and shows that you can handle the fear. Sometimes you really need to handle the fear. And I needed to handle my claustrophobia because, you know, I take the elevator and I really needed to face the claustrophobia and not think about like, think if I'm stuck in this elevator, not think in that way. I don't really take elevator anymore just because I set a goal to myself that I will take the stairs instead of like taking the elevator because it will might help me in some way in my health. Stay calm. You guys, I told you this. Stay calm. Practice deep breathing or relaxation techniques to keep your body and mind calm when facing fear. Don't panic. When you're with someone, you will make other person panic with you. So don't panic and just stay calm. Just stay calm. Take a breath. Take a breath deep in. Take a breath, relax. I'm not saying that you can't panic. It is people that react in different ways. But try to be calm because when you're panicking, you will make the situation be even bigger. You will be like over dramatic. Focus on positive outcomes. Imagine a positive result or how you'll feel once you've concreted your fear. This can motivate you to keep pushing forward. You guys, that is so true. My biggest fear, like 5 months ago, was to read in front of whole class. I can read, I can. But it is so embarrassing, like you guys. And I like when I'm reading, it's like I can't. It seems that I can't read because I'd be so nervous, so I just change the words. But it's just like it is so embarrassing. But now I can read, you guys. As I told you guys, I can read, and I read in front of whole class without like feeling like embarrassed or guilty about it. And doing presentation, I I do presentation in front of whole class without feeling guilty, without feeling like, oh my gosh, they will laugh at me. Oh my gosh, they'll make fun of me. Because in the end of the day, what matters is the results that you had. If you're going through some fear, after that you've going through this, it will be something that it will be experience that you've learned. It will be something that you've learned. after. So don't think about, oh my gosh, they will laugh at you. Okay, they will laugh at the moment, but after one day they will forget about it. They'll forget about it. So that is why you really need to like take a step back and calm down. Because don't think of the process, but think of the results. That is why I always say to myself, don't think of the process, Gret. Think of the result. Think how it will be amazing. So anyways, the last one is practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself through the process. It's okay to feel afraid, and overcoming fear takes time and effort. It's okay to feel that way. Being kind to yourself, it will really make you another person, because you're kind to yourself. You have this tendency like, oh no, I'm not gonna do this because I know it might hurt myself. Being kind to yourself, and also like trust the process. I'm not saying that because you hear this, and because you're like hearing this and you need to follow all the steps. I'm gonna tell you guys in a few minutes how like the most important steps, so like that I think that might help you in some way. Just don't like, because the process you need to put an effort in it. You need to have a discipline. So when you like just stay calm and just relax, don't make dumb decision, because people have the tendency to make dumb decision in a very panicky situation. So just stay calm. By taking the steps, you can gradually reduce the impact of fear and regain control over your life and your brain. Because thinking, you really need to take control of your thoughts. Because when you don't take control of your thoughts, you can really make your brain will like, your thoughts will be very like evil thoughts. It will be like, just you will think of things that are not even possible. It will make you like think of unreal things, unreal imaginary things. Okay, anyways. Oh, I forgot of saying like, okay, the most important steps is recognizing your fear, face your fear, stay calm, focus on outcomes, and practice self-compassion. This is one of the most important things, you guys. You guys. But thank you for listening, you guys. It was a really amazing episode. Honestly, like, I'm not even kidding. Thank you for listening. And go check Careless Podcast, which is a podcast on self improvement, growth, and physical and mental health and rehabilitation for full potential, you guys. I don't know why I did the intro at the end. But anyways, thank you for listening, and see you back next episode.